All right, just got back from seeing In a Violent Nature. This movie was actually just released today, and it's like one of the movies you see and you just can't believe like what you just witnessed. It, this had probably one of the most brutal killing scenes I've ever seen in any movie. Okay, the premise of the movie is fairly simple. A group of they're not kids; they say teenagers, but these people's grown. They go camping in the woods. Well, you know they white, and in the midst of them camping and messing around the woods, they come to a grave and they actually take a locket. This locket unleashed this beast called Johnny, who was synonymously known for dying a horrific death by a prank pulled on him as he was a child, and he was unearthed and killed a whole bunch of people, and he was laid to rest there. And with them taking the locket, he's unearthed and basically goes around killing everyone until he gets this said locket back. Now, I mean, that's pretty much the straight premise of the movie. Now, I think this is going to be a typical slasher. Now, it's supposed to be in the eyes of the killer. That's the standpoint that they wanted you as. But to me, it wasn't. It was like, the camera's like right here as the guy walks in the woods. And the movie's only an hour and 34 minutes, but it felt like it was longer. And most of the time you're just following the Johnny walking to the woods, like trying to kill his would-be next victims. But I will give it to this movie. It does kind of make it different than your typical slasher film. This movie reminds me of the tension in this movie reminds me of this one movie. One second. This movie right here, it was a Swedish film called High Tension, and you could feel the tension when the person was killing. And this is kind of like in this regards where Johnny is just walking around and you just kind of feel like, damn, like what the hell's going on? And when he gets a hold of the prey, it's just like, wow. But it was a ripoff of, like I said, that movie meets, like, obviously Jason had a baby and it was this movie. Was this movie horrible? It wasn't horrible. Was it the best slasher movie of all time? Absolutely not. But I will give it to you. This had probably one of the most horrific scenes I have ever seen in film. Like, this death scene that he did to this girl, it was just like it's like hard to explain how he literally took her head off and concaved her spinal cord. It was just utterly. I have never seen anything like that in film, and it was masterfully done. So, and like a lot of these killings were kind of like this. And there was, like, I guess no end to his madness. It's just he was just kind of like a deranged individual, and like there was really nothing stopping. I think that's the divide, is that it's kind of dumb because it's like a lot has happened because of this locket, and they removed the locket, and like these basically 6-7 kids are just basically at the mercy of this man without even knowing it, for the most part. Like, he comes up and gets most of them, like, while they're not even watching, obviously, but that's how most killers. But like I said, solid movie. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not showing in very many theaters. It's going to be on Shutter, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty. So if you have like a Shutter account, like the horror things of that nature, if you had the Shutter app, it's gonna be on there, I think, later this month. But right now it's in mostly AMC theaters. But like I said, solid movie. If you like horror movies, I would definitely go check this one out. I'll probably give it like a 7.5 out of 10, something like that. Could have been better, could have been worse. But drop those comments when you go see it.